Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog, and yes, by the way, this is me. I don't think I look too different to last time, but that was back in May, although I guess you could call September the last vlog, and looking back at that, I really do look different. Anyway, I deviate. Oh, quickly, a couple of things. You may notice I look a little different in the thumbnail. That's because, recording this on a different day. I'll talk a bit about that in a minute, but also, I've got my computer with the script on it over there, so if I keep looking over there like that, it's a little bit difficult to read a script when it's over there and you're looking there, so I need to remember to look there, because basically, I'm doing this on my iPad, and I can't really see the camera on my iPad, which makes this a bit difficult, because I just want to look here, but then, you know, I'm not even looking at you, I'm looking at me. You can see my eyes just in the wrong direction. Anyway, what am I doing in this video? That is a good question. Fun fact, this is the second time I've recorded this video, but let's hope I get it right this time. Let's see, it's when I mentioned recording it twice like 2 minutes ago. Yeah. Right, yeah, back to the vlog. Title, Relaxation. Don't know if I'm even going to do anything there, could just look like an idiot. What is relaxation? Okay, I'm not going to get into that in this video, but maybe I could do that a different day. Let's note that down, actually. Yeah, the Skype would have worked better if I had an actual pencil. Okay, let's get real for a minute. We're all busy people, but that's not a good thing. Relaxation is important to be healthy, mentally and physically. So I think we can all agree that we probably don't get enough relaxation. Unless, I don't know, maybe you're like completely zen, I don't know. But 2018 is a new year, at the moment anyway. You could be watching this in 2022 for all I know. And if you're watching it in 2022, go watch something more recent. So, although my New Year's resolutions are a little bit more abstract, one that's not so abstract this year is to just relax more.
But how are you going to relax, William?
That's a good point, and I'm glad you asked. I have plans to do it regularly. Relax, that is. Here's how you relax and have some relaxation. Relaxation? Hey, title. See what I did there? Make sure it's regular. Schedules are really important in getting your life straight, and if nothing else, relaxation is kind of a way of getting your life straight. Also, you should note here, when I say relaxation, I don't mean just meditation or something. It also kind of includes showering, washing, shaving, sleeping, having fun, not being on screens. It's general self-care, you know?
Science time!
Screens, like the ones I've got on my face here, do many negative things for you. And I'll admit, it's rich for me to preach about the negatives of screens. I'm on them an awful lot, and I generally ignore people when they tell me that I shouldn't be on them so much. And I tend to kind of refute research done into it, which is not necessarily a good thing to do, although you should always be skeptical of everything you read, because that's the way to be educated. But hey, it's one of my New Year's resolutions to spend less time on screens, and maybe it should be one of yours too, because I mean, you're watching this video, so maybe you do spend a lot of time on screens. You should think about that. I should really stop being rude to my audience and telling them that they should lose weight and spend less time on screens. Don't spend less time on screens. Carry on watching my videos, please. Now, let's talk about what screens do to you.
It's science time!
Well, I mean, I guess it never really stopped being
Science time!
but it's still
Science time!
Screens do many things to your brain. They affect your appetite, sleep patterns, grey matter, social abilities, and I don't know if all of these are true, but I've heard a lot about them, including many studies with consistent results, unfortunately, for all of us screen lovers out there. I'll tell you now that sleep patterns are, in my opinion, definitely something that screens have a negative effect on. I've heard a lot about sleep patterns, and if you haven't heard, because I assume you've been living under a rock or something, because it's been like such a big news story for quite a while. Screens emit this thing called blue light. Well, I mean, they emit a lot of other different kinds of light too, but this blue light is a similar wavelength to the light that we get from daylight, like the one outside, except there's not much of it because it's very cloudy. And in your brain, you have got a lot of these, but there's a specific neurotransmitter, and that's a chemical that transfers messages between your neurons, the things that make your brain work, the things that essentially are your brain. It's called melatonin, and your brain releases it. And what melatonin does is helps you to get to sleep. You produce quite a bit of it from mid to late evening, a lot of it through the night, and then some of it in early morning. But when your eyes receive that blue light, they send a message to your brain to stop releasing melatonin, because your eyes kind of go, hey, it's daytime, how about let's not sleep? So looking at a screen near to bedtime means that you can struggle to sleep, unfortunately, and struggling to sleep obviously affects your sleeping habits, which has a negative effect on mental health, productivity, mood, all these things, other things, you know. Sleepy people generally quite grumpy, not nice to be around. There are other negatives to being on screens, but I'm not too sure on how real those are. I mean, it's obviously something very new, and especially some studies. I mean, I know I shouldn't really talk about the benefits of screens or how these studies are wrong in this video where I'm preaching about the negatives of screens, but anyway, I will. Some studies, such as those into mental health, to me, seem slightly flawed, because I always think, well, I think there's something about the kind of people that use screens a lot that corresponds to their mental health rather than the other way around. Screens don't affect their mental health affects how much time they spend on screens, you see. But either way, if you're worried about blue light, then there are two options. Firstly, just don't go on screens as much, especially not near bedtimes. Secondly, if you need to use a screen, there are quite a few things you can do. You can get blue light lenses, which in the UK I believe you can get for free on your glasses prescription with NHS, or if you're like me and don't actually need glasses, you can just buy some glasses online. You can also buy things to put over computer screens, which I didn't know about, because I can use night shift on my iPad, which is a feature I would definitely recommend. I have it set to go from sunset to sunrise. It means that you don't have as much blue light, so melatonin does actually get produced and you can actually sleep. You can also get some apps that help use night shift. Also things like YouTube and Reddit, other apps have a dark mode that makes the GUI all black or blue or something, dark colours that don't hurt your eyes as much or wake you up as much. And you can also just turn the brightness down on your screens, which I would recommend doing, to be honest. I mean, A, it saves battery, B, it means your brain can produce a little bit more melatonin so you can get to sleep easier, and C, you know, doesn't hurt your eyes as much when you look at it for a long time. Anyway, that's the end of
Science time!
back to the normal video. So, in order to help with all the screen things and being stressed and stuff, I'm going to set aside a certain time every week and every month to be de-screened, de-stressed, hygienic, and well-rested. They don't all begin with D. I just couldn't. There are, of course, other negative benefits to stress and being overworked that I didn't really get into, but things about constricting blood vessels, increased likelihood of heart attacks, cardiovascular disease, all these things that you should be wary of about being stressed. Hygiene is another thing that's very important to being stressed and having good mental health. So, in these times, every week and month, a day a week, a month a year, a week a month, sorry, I'm going to take time to make sure that my hair is cut, my nails are clipped, I am washed and not as smelly as I normally am, I am shaved, all these. Please, just make sure that you don't smell. Shower a bit more. I mean, you might not need it, but showers are always a nice, warm thing. Apparently it mimics the human touch, so people that take long showers, like me, are starved for human affection. If you struggle with any hygiene things like long fingernails or not showering or not brushing your teeth, whatever it is, take that time a week to make sure that you do that. And because you're not focusing on things like screens or homework or other kinds of work or cooking or cleaning or all these things, then I don't know why I did it on different hands. Then you can, focus on being good. I'm sorry, that was rude. However, the most important thing to remember for your relaxation time is, well, fairly obviously, to relax. preferably with something away from a screen, if it can be. I like to go for runs, walk, especially while listening to podcasts, and if you'd like a few recommendations, and no such thing as a fish, Hello Internet, and the Yog Pod, I love all three of them. Those are basically the three podcasts I listen to. Oh, and reading, of course. I would really like to recommend some books, but I have so many. I should probably make another video on that at some point. I mean, I've got notes in here. This is not about that. It's not about videos. I have a bike bell underneath my desk. Anyway, relaxation time. Relaxing. Yeah. Don't bring any work home. On your chosen day of the week to relax, try and keep all your work at work or school, and in your chosen relaxation week as much as possible, because I understand it's very difficult for some people to not take their work home or not do their homework at home. Just make an effort to not have as much of it in your relaxation time, in your relaxation home, in your relaxation area. Fun fact, it's actually negative for you to have things like work, so to work in the same room that you sleep in, which is why I do all my homework right here at my desk, and my bed's just over there. I definitely think that this will help people in 2018 to be happier and healthier. So I'd like you to join me in it, whether it's once a week, once a month, or both. And I'll make sure to update you every now and again to see how my relaxation is going. Something I forgot to mention as well is being fit. I mentioned running. Working out is a fun thing to do in relaxation time if you want to be physically healthy. You don't have to work out, you could just go for a run, but doing physical activities, especially if you're someone who doesn't do them as much, some people, don't. I'm very lucky, and most people that go to school are, because there's plenty of physical activities you can do at school, sports and things. Sometimes if you're an adult or you're homeschooled or whatever, you don't get that opportunity, so take your relaxation time to make sure you maybe go to the park with some friends and play football. I could honestly talk a lot about running and stuff. Scribble, scribble, scribble. I hope you all know I'm never going to make any of these videos. But if you have anything to say about this or any other video ideas, then put them in the comments. Let me know what you think about this whole relaxation thing, whether you'll be joining me. And if you will be joining me, then please leave a like. And also, if you think you are going to relax, if you think more people should relax, share this video, especially with all your wonderful friends if they need to relax with you. If they need to go to the park and play football with you. Other sports available. I don't like football all that much, to be honest. Friends are another good thing to relax with, to be honest. That's the people, not the TV show. Play cards, chat, try and avoid video games if you're doing your relaxation thing, but just do whatever you'd normally do with friends that doesn't involve being on screens. And finally, don't miss the next vlog if you want to stay updated. Subscribe to do that, you can do that in the top left corner. Or, any of my other videos, if you don't want to miss them, still subscribe. Down here, beneath it, there should be my most recent upload, and over on the other side, there is something that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. So click on those for a little bit of content, something to do, something on screens, unfortunately, but keep watching my videos. I hope you enjoy all those. Thank you for watching. Ciao.